I have tried to sit down and record this episode so many times, and the words just are not flowing. They're not flowing today. I was going to record an episode all about magnetic women and all of the traits that magnetic women have in common, but it just wasn't flowing. So I've decided to pivot because I really want to use this time still. As you will probably understand, when you have the hair and makeup done, the camera set up, the lights, everything, I've got a little bit of time left before I need to go collect Mia from daycare. And I really want to get something out today. So I just want to talk about something that I have been navigating this year and an unlock around motherhood and business and juggling it all and having it all that I have come to kind of realize lately in the work that I've been doing, because I know that a lot of women struggle with the concept of time and guilt in motherhood and feeling like you're running out of time to achieve your goals and there's just not enough you to give to everybody, and feeling like you're always letting someone down, and like those that deep conditioning from childhood of just like, for me, feeling like something's gonna go wrong. Like I'm so into the personal development work, and I'm setting new standards myself. I'm pushing new boundaries. I am putting myself out of my comfort zone. I have more self-trust and faith in myself and my success and in my family and the future of my family and our ability to create generational wealth and just take this whole thing to the next level. Like, I've never felt so sure in my life, but I've also been doing so much work around the concept of time, timeline jumping, quantum jumping, stepping into that next level and feeling the fear and feeling the doubt and feeling the scarcity, but telling it to take the back seat. Because when we talk about juggling business and motherhood, like, we kind of want to know the latest, like the best productivity hack, or like how somebody else is doing it, or like how someone else is structuring their day, and what hours their kids go to school or daycare, and what's their morning routine like, and how do they get everything done, and how much AI are they using. So the unlock that I'm having around motherhood and business and juggling it all is that, well, number one, I might do this like in a numbered list because that always helps me. Number one is giving less fucks, caring less, and detaching more. I have very high standards for myself, and I don't budge on a lot of my standards. But in terms of the comparison, or like the imaginative comparison that we have in motherhood, that's not even real, like thinking that, oh, like, I should be a better mother, I should cook better for my kids, or I should have a more clean space, or the playroom should always be clean, the house should always be clean. Like, I am really learning to let that go and be okay with, okay, not everyone has clean towels this week. Like, it's fine, Shakira. Like, letting the fuck go. And if Bo's going to do something around the house, just being like, okay, like, let it go. If his standards aren't up to mine. The mornings have been a bit hard lately because Mia will not get dressed. She only wants to look cool. And I haven't been getting her to daycare until like 10 o'clock, which is like halfway through the day. You live on the Sunshine Coast, everyone's up at 5 a.m. So I was really grappling with this idea of feeling like I didn't have enough time and the mornings were awful. And now I've just really lent into what she thinks is cool clothes, not what I think is cool clothes. So I'm letting her wear her boy clothes from Kmart, like they've got Paw Patrol on them and Woody and Spider-Man. Like, I don't care if she's happy, like, I'm happy, I'm good. Like, that's all I care about. If she won't let me do her hair anymore, if she wants to be one of the boys, like, fine. I'm so letting that go. And I'm also trying to let go of perfectionism. I'm detaching from everything needing to be perfect, like the house, my content, and I'm letting go of like everything needing to be so strategic as well, and just kind of talking about what's more inspirational for me and what I would more engage with, and having more fun with that. And I think that kind of brings me to my second point. The second biggest unlock around time for me has been to slow down. I saw this on the Amanda Francis podcast, and I've been really taking this advice on board, knowing that when I slow down, time slows down, and saying I don't have enough time is an excuse. It's a trauma response. And your words are spells. Like, your words have so much weight. And the more you affirm, I don't have enough time for this. I couldn't possibly fit this in. I'm feeling stressed. The more of that you're just going to manifest, right? It's the same thing with a money mindset. Everything you know about money mindset and that you learn about online, apply it to time. Time is a way more valuable resource than money. And time doesn't really exist. Time is a made up construct. We can, like, there's people that are overnight successes. There's your life could be totally different in a day or a week. Like, even look back 3 months ago. How different is your life now? How much do those things you used to worry about not even matter anymore from 2 years ago? How weird has this year felt already? It's felt like the fastest and the slowest year ever for me. I'm learning to slow down, and I'm learning to pour back into myself, and I'm learning to be more selfish, learning to just breathe. I'm learning to be with myself instead of disassociate, which has been a really big thing for me, because when you have ADHD, you know that the worst fucking thing in the world to do is to sit still. But the more you slow down, the more time slows down. I promise you. I promise you that. The third unlock around juggling business and motherhood has been boundaries. Oh, I feel so uncomfortable setting boundaries. I hate it. I hate it. I feel so awkward. I hate letting people down. I hate feeling like I'm being a bitch. Like, I feel like I'm physically being mean to someone when I'm trying to set a boundary or say no to work. And I had so many little jobs and freelancing jobs and little things that I was still doing that I'm so embarrassed I was still doing, and just being so underpaid for and letting them stress me out. So embarrassing. They had to go. They had to go. Everything this month has had to go. Everything has had to die. Like, I am in the biggest season of death and rebirth. And I know that if I'm going to move forward and if I'm prioritizing the future financial success of my family, anything unaligned has to go. I also had to exit a mastermind that I was a part of. I wasn't coaching it, I was participating. It wasn't serving me. It wasn't lining me up. It wasn't doing much for me. I had to have that hard conversation and tell the coach that, I'm not going to be a part of this anymore after August. And that feels really awkward for me, to leave things before they're over. It looked like for me saying no to social events. And just because I'm invited to something doesn't mean I have to go, right? It's been really, really hard for me to learn to say no, but I'm putting myself and my family first, and I'm putting those boundaries in, because, like, there's never going to be a magical day where, like, there's nothing to do. Like, there's never going to be some magical day or magical time when everything's just done and you can finally launch that thing, right? You have to intentionally create that space in your day and your week. And if you can't go to things, or if you can't do jobs for people anymore, even if they are bringing in income, and a lot of the time that's the hardest part, right? Is when something is bringing you in a little bit of income, but it's taking away from the space and the creativity and the opportunity for you to create massive amounts of wealth. That's what it was for me. That is why I haven't been creating content. I haven't been doing many videos, which is like the number one thing I want to be doing. I know how to go viral. I've been making Bo's account go super viral, but I haven't been doing it for myself. Are you serious? I haven't been taking care of myself? Shakira, I've been putting my man first before me. Obviously, the work I do on our financial planning business directly impacts me, and in that way, it was a positive way. But the more work I do on that business, the less I get to pour into myself, the less I get to sit here and do this and grow my business, grow my audience, have the impact that I know I'm here to create. So look what I'm doing right now. I'm letting Bo down, and I have to be okay with that, because I'm choosing to sit here and record this. I'm also letting Mia down because I'm half an hour late than I would usually be at daycare, so I can sit here and record this. Is anybody hurt? No. You are allowed to put yourself before your family, even if you're doing something that doesn't make sense to them in the moment. For me, sometimes it feels like my silly little business, like my silly little channel that gets, maximum 50 views. Like, I don't care. I love it. I'm doing it for me, and I'm doing it because I know that the more reps I put in now, the more it's going to pay off in the future. and that successful 7-figure woman with the impact and the audience and the clients and the community. I'm not going to become that woman without doing this right here. So sorry, Mia. Sorry, Bo. Sorry, family. Sorry, other people I was working for when I shouldn't have been. Like, it's got to go. Obviously, a family doesn't have to go, but like, sorry, but I'm not available for that anymore. I'm just not. I am a mother in business, and I'm saying no, even when it scares me now, because I have to. I literally have to. Number next, being unapologetic for the life that you're creating. Being unapologetic about the fact that you want to be successful. You desire a massive audience. You desire to go viral. You desire the high ticket premium clients. You desire to be a name that people in your niche recognize. You desire to have opportunities flowing through to you. You desire that next level, right? I was talking with a client this week and she was like, oh, I want to do this new thing, but I'm so known for this old thing. And I looked at her Instagram bio and it was still about the old thing. And I was like, this has to go. If you're ready to step into this next level version of you, identity precedes reality. You have to become her now. There's no waiting. Skip to the good part. Skip to that part that you want to be in now. You have to embody her. You have to start acting as her before you become her. If you're not taking yourself seriously in this thing, you can't expect anybody else to take you seriously. If you're ready to have this incredible personal brand, but you're playing small, and if you're watching this, and if you're playing small, you will know. You will know. I don't even have to tell you. No one else has to tell you. You know when you're playing small. And that is what eats you alive. And that's why you feel agitated and stressed and irritable and annoyed when someone else in your niche is popping off and you're not. Because you know you're meant for more, and you get anxiety when you're not living in your purpose. And how is that good for your family? It's not. It's not. It's not good for anyone around you. But when you're in your purpose work, when you're doing the things that light you up, when you're in that energy of just being yourself and having impact and achieving things, and when you're happy and you're doing the things that you love and you're being unapologetic about it, that is when you are in your most magnetic energy. Now I know why that script wasn't working, because this is actually a podcast about magnetic energy, right? When you are doing the things that light you up, when you're saying, sorry, I'm not available for all these other things right now, even though they might be paying the bills or it might be taking care of my family, I've actually got a mission that I'm on, and I'm not going to complete that mission. I'm not going to get anywhere near the finish line if I don't take these baby steps here right now. I'm not even going to become anywhere near that version that I know I can be, that I'm destined to be, if I don't do this hard work here right now. And even though it feels so uncomfortable, even though it feels like no one is watching and no one cares, when it feels like the DMs are empty and no one's responding to your Instagram stories. This is the part of it that's necessary. This is the work that is necessary to get to that next level. You can't become her without doing this work now. And if there's anything I hope you take away from this podcast, it's that if you want to be that extremely magnetic mum who gets to have the present time with her kids and also gets to have the amazing business and the success and the loving relationship and the never-ending bank account and the financial freedom and the house and the holidays and the pictures and the Instagram. You can't get that. You can't become her without doing the work now. You can't become her with these current circumstances. Everything has to go. Everything has to change. My friend mentioned that Albert Einstein quote to me the other day. She was like, what you're talking about all this, it really reminds me of that Albert Einstein quote that's like, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result is a definition of insanity. And if you want this crazy, insane reality, you've got to make insane choices right now that feel really uncomfortable. Really uncomfortable. Trust me, I know. I'm in the middle of it right now. Oh, and it feels edgy and I'm really not sure where it's going to go. And all my my visibility wounds and my vulnerability and my childhood trauma, and it's all like swirling inside me, and it's all like so scary and so thrilling. But I'm like, I am just on my way to becoming that woman I know I'm destined to be. I'm 3 years postpartum and I am ready to take up space and I am ready to become her, but I cannot become that version of me. I cannot become her without making hard decisions right now, without saying no right now, without clearing the way, without letting things just naturally die and go. Because that's how you quantum leap, right? That is how you actually quantum leap. And that is how you actually bend time and bend reality. It's funny. You have to slow down. You have to allow things to go. It's like that rubber band, right? You have to like push back before you can expand, before you enter that next dreamy reality. And that is how you balance business and motherhood and quantum leaping and timeline bending. That's the formula. That's the steps. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I am going to go now and be present with my family, and I'll see you next time.